Hey y'all, it's Katie. Welcome back to From My Vanity, and welcome to another reacting to your unpopular opinions tag. I don't think it's really a tag, but somebody started it. Can't remember who. I've done it once before on my channel. I'll leave that video linked up here if you want to go watch it. But it's been a while, and I've seen a couple of my YouTuber friends doing them here on YouTube, and I've just been like, oh, I want to do that again. So that's what we're going to do today. I put out a poll on my Instagram to gather questions, and then I also put a tab up in my, or like a post up in my community tab, and you guys submitted a bunch. So we're just going to do a really laid back video today. I've been up since like 4:30. With Levi. He got up early and then I just got up for the day. So I didn't want to do too much thinking. Not gonna lie, like I didn't want to do too crazy of a video today. So I was like, you know what? I just want to sit down and reacting to your guys' unpopular opinions. So I have my coffee cup. I'm not going to tell you what number that one is today, but I'm just going to sit here, drink my coffee while Levi hopefully sleeps for a little bit, and we're going to react to your unpopular opinions. Oh, and I do want to throw out there that on Instagram, I leave the people who submit questions anonymous, but if you submit a question or, if you responded on YouTube, then I'll shout out your username just because I feel like that's fair. If you want to be anonymous, go to Instagram. If not, you can leave your comment on my community tab and get a little shout out. Okay, so first one says, extra light under eye concealer slapped on thick looks terrible. Yes, if you're talking about like color, the extra light, I can't, not that I can't stand, but whenever I watch someone that has incredibly light under eyes, like they use something 3 or 4 times lighter than their natural skin tone, I just don't think it looks good. It looks just like they have constant flashback going on under their eyes. And yeah, I just think any kind of concealer slapped on thick looks, it can look bad. It looks terrible in person and it can look bad on camera, but I feel like camera is more forgiving if you go too heavy because it just doesn't come across as thick and cakey on camera often if you have good lighting and stuff like that. So I can agree with that one. I love Jeffree Star makeup and am fine separating him from his makeup and still buying it. I mean, I think that's fine. I feel like there are some people, some influencers who really try to have their channel be a voice for who their personal beliefs and goals and convictions are. And I think that's fine if that's how you want to take your channel, if that's how you want to see your influential role as a content creator. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But at the same time, I also don't think there's really anything wrong with people who are just like, I'm just buying the makeup and that's it. And I think it just depends on your personal preferences. I think that's totally fine that you can separate him and enjoy his makeup. I hear it's amazing. For me personally, I haven't come to the point where I can. Next is that curling your lashes is overrated. Yeah, I can agree with that. I can't remember the last time I've curled my lashes. And honestly, it's mostly due to the fact that I'm just kind of, not lazy, but I just am in such a rush usually in the morning. Like I spend so long doing my eyeshadow, which is my favorite aspect, that I'll move on to my face. And then the last step is always my mascara. And then my lips. And by that point, I'm usually in a hurry because I'm running behind and I need to finish being ready before the kids wake up. So I tend to be rushing and I just don't have time for eyelash curler. I would just throw something really light, like mascara-wise, through my lashes because it doesn't matter how much mascara you put on. You're not really going to see your lashes through a look like this, in my opinion. So for me personally, I skip it a lot. I skip it all the time, too. Next is the makeup eraser tugs on your skin and does not take off all your makeup. I agree. I reviewed or mentioned and shared my review of the makeup eraser in my most recent products I regret. No, my most recent beauty fails. That was one of the fails because everyone talks about how amazing this is. And I want to put a disclaimer on that. I can understand if you think the product's great and it works really well and you love it, if you're someone who is so used to removing your makeup with a makeup remover wipe, like a traditional wipe. I never remove my makeup that way. So when I went from doing a cleansing method, like I would use either cleansing oil or a balm and then I would use a face wash. When I go from that to the makeup eraser, it is so rough on my skin. Like I was trying to be so gentle, but I still felt like I was just tugging and pulling. I don't like doing that. Like I said, I just use my fingers and I'm always very gentle and just massage it all in. I tried to be as gentle as I could with the makeup eraser and I still felt like it was way too rough. Next is Sharpie brows are not cute. Yeah, I'm not a fan of them either. Okay, so this one has 2. I hate Laneige lip sleeping mask. Totally agree. I also mentioned that in my beauty fails video. And then her next one was mascara primer doesn't do anything. I kind of agree. Now, this is coming from someone, I've always been the type to use 2 mascaras. I just like really thick ones to kind of top over ones that are very separating and lengthening. I feel like it does the same or better than a lash primer. And you don't have to worry about the white trying to cover that. That's a pain. This next person says, I like a shimmer in the crease. Oh, that is unpopular, I feel like. I mean, it's not unpopular because I know a lot of people who do, but the vast majority, and me definitely, I don't like a shimmer in my crease. I just finished doing, reviewing a NettyBird palette, and I had to use a couple shimmers in my crease. Not that I had to, but I wanted some variety, and I was like, you know what? I should just try it, because everyone talks about, you know, you can use shimmers in your crease. I didn't like it. Last one on Instagram is lip products don't need to taste good. They're not meant to be eaten. That is so true. But I'm totally one of those people that are like, ooh, this smells nice. Now, taste, I feel like I don't focus on taste too much, but there are definitely, you know, lip products that I've tried that do taste good. But I will agree, part of me is just like, why does this taste good? Like, do I usually ingest this much lip product when I apply my lipstick, but I just never notice because there's no taste to it? Okay, moving over to YouTube, I think I have 12, and as I said, I'll mention names since it's public. You can go still see all these questions. All right, April Hernandez, who is so very sweet. She's a longtime supporter, always commenting, so thank you so much. You said, most popular opinion is Insta brows. Mine are thick and bushy, and I don't care. That the blend, the sharp lines and shape, I don't care how flawless they must be, overrated and hyped. I agree. There's something to having brows that look filled in, but also look a little more, not undone, but just not perfect. Like, I think Instagram brows look beautiful, beautiful on Instagram close-ups. Like, I'm talking close-ups where the picture is all you can see is the eye. The perfect Instagram brow, beautiful. But there's many people who I follow who always, you know, share those Instagram brows, or not Instagram brows, but share the, like, eye close-ups. Whenever I see them, like, from afar with, like, their whole face done, the eyebrows look too much, in my personal opinion. Like, either they can look just too big, too blocky, too done, or just too perfect when you have a whole face to go with it. But that's my personal opinion, so. Next, Katie Ellis says, brows shouldn't take more than a couple minutes. People spend hours on their eyebrows and they look literally the same as people who spend 30 seconds. I agree. Like, I don't spend any time on my brows. Today I put a little gel through them, but I also think that it depends on, like, how much brow hair you have to work with, whether it makes a difference. Because there are some people who have very few brows, and so if they take the time to, like, draw them on, it can totally change their face shape. But Jen M says, I think I dislike most of the trends going on right now. Blush all over, sequins, etc. on face, not thrilled that lipsticks and lip glosses that are gone in 5 minutes are everything right now. I'm a liquid lipstick girl, like matte liquid lipstick, so I totally get that. And I hate that it seems like most in my grouping over 40 with blue-gray eyes are supposed to wear the most boring colors on earth. I know a lot of people now say there are no rules, but I still hear it a lot. I totally agree with that. I feel like there's no rules. Like, I remember when I was first getting into makeup, you'd hear a lot of like, oh, if you have brown eyes, you need to wear this. If you have blue eyes, you need to wear this color. And I remember for me, it would frustrate me because I don't have brown eyes. I have a brown eye and I have a hazel eye. And I forget what the colors are now because I never pay attention. But I remember when I was first getting into doing my eye makeup, I was like, well, which one am I supposed to wear? Like, am I supposed to wear the colors for brown eyes or am I supposed to wear the color for hazel eyes? Because I have two. But yeah, I remember that a lot when I was first getting into makeup. I was like, which eye am I supposed to compliment? I started wearing makeup just a few years ago because I was in a bad place in life with health and all, and I wanted to enjoy when I had to be in front of the mirror, so I wanted to start playing with all the pretty colors. Then when I look at videos on how to do it right, it's no fun at all, and way too many products that are made to hide every visible aspect of the real you, but keep those eyeshadows in that mud and beige groups. If you use any of that at all, please use your eyes. Oh, no, you said it really well, Jen. I totally agree, yeah. There's totally that aspect when you go to, like, learn how to do makeup. The popular YouTubers are all, like, brown and stuff like that, and for me personally, like, I remember when I was wanting to get into makeup, or not wanting to get into makeup, I remember when I was wanting to get into color, I was like, well, how do I combine the colors? Like, how do I use these bright colors? How do I get these colors to blend? There were very fewer videos out there when it came to blending colorful eyeshadows, so I really like that there, especially in the indie, world of YouTube, there are a lot of YouTubers who love color and who are always sharing tutorials, sharing looks, or just wearing fun colors on their eyes. Anyway, yeah, a lot of stuff you said that in that comment that I totally agree with. I do, though, I will say I do like the blushy look on other people. I don't know if it's a skin tone thing. Like, I don't think a very blushed look looks good on me with very yellow olive tones, but Butte Bean, who's very fair and I think she's more pinky toned, looks amazing with a very blushed look. So I think it's all, that and blush I feel just comes to personal preference. But anyway, really good comment. You said it well, and I hope you don't mind that I read it out loud. Astrid Mendez says, I don't like Instagram brows and also the weird trend of wavy brows. I remember the wavy brow trend. And I can't remember, did it start like with a legit person doing a wavy brow or was it Photoshop? I totally forget, but that was an interesting trend. Namey B says, I don't like the Soft Glam palette from ABH. I think there's a ton of fallout and I can easily dupe any of the looks with the Natasha Denona Nude Mini Palette. Drinking coffee and trying to talk. Not a good idea, Katie. Anyway, I don't have the Soft Glam. I remember when that came out, it was just like a little too boring for me. So I can't really say too much here because I don't have any of the Natasha Denona palettes at all. I've never tried her formula, but I have a lot of friends who have, and they say that her quality is next level. And knowing that, I feel like if it was Natasha Denona or ABH, I feel like she would win out just because her formula sounds really nice. And ABH, I feel like for the time period when the Modern Renaissance came out, their formula was amazing. But since I've moved on to so many indie brands and I've really fallen in love with indie brands and just tried more eyeshadow qualities in general, I feel like they're just kind of like, okay. So yeah, I don't know. I feel like if you had a Natasha Denona palette, you really don't need an ABH palette, especially the Soft Glam, because like you said, the shades are just so, not boring. Boring to me, don't take that offensively, but just more basic and neutral. Moving on, Erica Ryan, who is a newer subscriber, thank you so much. Baking is not for me and in my opinion can make some people's makeup look super cakey. I agree to a certain extent. I feel like I tend to bake. I like gently bake my under eyes and I feel like it does a lot to prevent creasing. And what I mean by gentle bake is, this is my favorite brush to use, is the e.l.f. blush brush, but I will heavily kind of go in this way and then go in this way. I actually use this to pick up highlighter, so I'm not touching this to my under eyes right now, but I'll go this way and then I'll kind of go back and forth tapping, really pressing the shadow in there, and then when I've kind of tapped it all in, then I sweep it away. So I feel like that's kind of like baking because I'm really pushing the powder in there. I don't do the really like with a sponge cake it on there. Like I feel like it looks really good on camera, but in person it looks pretty cakey on me personally at least. Katie L says, I never set my face, under eyes included. It's so unnecessary and makes people look cakey. Katie, tell me your secrets, because literally yesterday, here I am thinking, I think it was yesterday. Yeah, it was Sunday. I did my makeup. I used a tinted moisturizer. I used cream blush and cream highlighter, and I didn't set my face, and I was trying to just be one of those people who can do something really light on their face and just go. And within 2 hours, I came back and like very lightly, I tried to keep it light, but I set my face with the translucent setting powder because it was so tacky. Like anytime I touched my face, I was just like, ugh, sticky, 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 sticky. Maybe it's a texture thing, but I'd love to know your secrets. Like I have to set my under eyes because they will crease like crazy. If I don't set it right away within like 5-10 minutes, I can already see the lines forming. So I don't know how you do that. Maybe the concealer you use is more of like a self-setting one. But anyway, I have to set my face. I am trying, like I am trying so hard to try to see if I can find a face product to use or something where I don't have to set my face. But I hate that really tacky feel that your face gets. I like to touch my face now and it has powder on it so it's like smooth. I don't like the sticky feel, but that's great for you. I'm glad you like it. That is awesome. I don't mean to dog you, but I'm amazed. Like, what products do you use? Let me know. I'd love to know. And what also, like, do you have dry skin, normal skin, oily skin? I'd be interested to hear. Okay, so Kitty also said, wearing concealer, blush, and bronzer without foundation is totally acceptable and cute. Absolutely. There's many days, and I've been getting more into it, where I'll just wear like a tinted moisturizer, or honestly, just sometimes moisturizer, a little bit of concealer under my eyes, and then I'll set it with a translucent powder, because you guys know, I just said I like to set my face, and then I'll go on with a powder, blush, bronzer, and just be out the door. Yeah, I totally don't think foundation is necessary, but I do think people like their foundation because there's a reason. Like, I feel like I can say that you don't need foundation, but it's because my skin is relatively really nice. There was just like last week or something like that, I had a huge zit under my nose and a couple on my chin and stuff like that, and I definitely wanted a little like concealer and foundation going on that day just because it was slightly distracting to look at. It still looked terrible in the videos I posted, but you do what you can. Okay, last one from Katie, I think. I've never worn false eyelashes and never will. They hide all the beautiful shadow. There is truth to that. I have false lashes on today, but I feel like my eyeshadow is so crazy you can still see it. But yeah, I'm not a big false lash wearer, but I will from time to time just because it's fun. I can totally relate to that because I feel like there's so many people who do gorgeous looks on their eyes and they stick on these huge lashes and it's just like, well, can you look down please? Like, I can't see your eyeshadow now. Okay, the beauty reviewer, who is, you guys are all subscribers, but there's some names who you guys comment a lot and we either interact on Instagram or here on YouTube, and I just recognize your name. So thank you so much for interacting and participating in this. You said the e.l.f. Camo Concealer is too drying for me. I don't think it's worth the hype it first received. I totally agree. I tried it twice. I tried it once and ended up returning it because I thought, well, maybe I didn't like it because it was so light on me, but then I got sent it like through influencers, so I tried it again. I still don't like it that much. Next, Scott's MNS wife. You comment all the time, the sweetest comments, and like, you're so very sweet. I'm sorry, I never know how to like break up your username, but anyway, thank you so much for participating. You said, my unpopular opinion, Tarte Shape Tape looks so dry on everyone I've seen it on. No matter the age, I just don't get the hype. I was never big into Tarte Shape Tape either. When it first came out, I was super into like the full coverage, like making the triangle thing. But I remember doing that with that, and I would like swipe it like you would see all the YouTubers do. And I remember starting to blend. I was just like, this is so much product. Like, where am I putting all this? And then once I got it blended out, it was just like cakey. Too cakey for me. Okay, last one. Yes, this is the last one. Olivia Ranson. You also comment a lot. Thank you so much. Everyone, I feel bad pointing people out because I feel like everyone that participated are people, you guys are in my comment sections a lot, but there's some people who I've seen your name for years and I so appreciate it. But anyway, the no makeup seems a little pointless to me. When it's so sheer, when you can't notice it, why spend the money on it? I agree with that. There are some like high-end like skin tints you can get that when you put it on, it's like, what did that do? I don't understand that. What I can understand is to get like, this is from Dermalogica, Sheer Tint SPF. This has SPF in it. It's like a moisturizer and it has a little tint. Or honestly, that's not really a good one because if you guys saw my blog post, like it's fine. This is a Kula mineral sunscreen. It's got a matte tint mineral BB cream SPF 30. This gives the tiniest tint. Like I wouldn't even call this makeup. But I like spending the money on it because it's got SPF in it. It has, you know, good, it's mineral sunscreen and whatnot. So it's a little better in that respects. And it just provides a little bit of, kind of like, I treat it like skincare. So for that, I don't mind spending the money on it. But again, I'd buy the Kula over the Dermalogica. But there's some people who like Glossier. I don't understand. I haven't tried their makeup, so I shouldn't say anything. But I feel like their whole brand is like all these products to look like you're not wearing makeup. For me, like the most I will not wear makeup and do makeup is a tinted moisturizer like I do now because, as I said a little earlier, my face is at such a good, or like my, you know, face on my skin, the skin on my face is at such a good point. It really isn't problematic. I'm not getting crazy breakouts. So besides the occasional crazy one, you know, random whatever, it's relatively even in skin tone. I don't really have, I mean, I still have acne scars. I still have hyperpigmentation and stuff, but it's not that bad. So I don't mind it. But with that said, I'll use this and I'll wear like a face like today. So for me, I don't get when they spend a lot of products on a concealer, a foundation, a blush, a highlighter, a brow product, and an eyeshadow, like shimmery eyeshadow, to put all of that on and look like you don't have makeup. I just don't understand that, so I'll agree with you there. Okay, so that was me reacting to all y'all's unpopular opinions. Thank you to everyone who, you know, submitted questions or left a comment letting me know you guys' unpopular opinions. I always enjoy sitting down and, you know, doing this video because it's fun. You know, makeup is so personal. People like what they like. People don't like what they don't like. And then from person to person, it changes. So it's always so fun to sit down, and I love to hear, what do you guys like? What do you guys not like? And how, like, that differs from me. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, and let me know if you guys did, if you'd like me to do this again in the future, in a couple months maybe, or something like that. But I just want to say a huge thank you to everyone who left comments. I really do appreciate it. And if I didn't like shout you out and say like, oh, I recognize you as a subscriber, as I said, everyone on there I recognize as people who have left comments in the past or have been following my channel for so long, and I just thank you from the bottom of my heart. And if you're someone who has been following me for a long time and has been like commenting a lot, I can name so many of y'all. Don't feel bad that you didn't, you know, submit. I don't want to make anyone feel bad that they didn't leave a comment, is what I'm trying to come across. If you guys follow me, leave comments, watch my videos, any one of those things, I appreciate it so much. I just was trying to catch up on comments today, and someone left a comment saying like, I'm so bad at supporting you in the algorithm because I don't watch your videos right away. And I left her the same comment, but I just want to say, no, you're watching me right here, right now, even if it's a month after I post it. It means a lot to me, and it still does support me. So I just want to say thank you so much. And like I said, don't feel bad if you didn't participate in this unpopular opinions makeup tag. It's just something fun that I like to do, and if you didn't have an unpopular opinions, that's fine, or if you didn't see it, don't worry about it. I'll do something like that again. If you ever want to participate, I always try to do it on Instagram and then on my YouTube community tab whenever I kind of want like feedback and whatnot, or questions like I did today, I'll put it there. So if you want to follow me on Instagram, I'm LadyKatie92, or just kind of keep an eye on my community tab. I think you can put it in your subscription feed to show both your subscription feed of new videos and community posts, so you can do that if you want to. But anyway, yeah, it's no big deal if you didn't submit. Don't feel bad about it at all. This is just a fun video I want to sit down and do, and I put up the questions a couple days ago, so anyway, yeah, I think that's going to do it for this video. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to check out another one of my videos. I appreciate it so very much. And if you did like this video, like I always say now, please like it on your way out as it helps me in the whole YouTube algorithm. And yeah, just thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to spend some time here on YouTube with me. And I will see you very soon in my next video. Bye, guys.